Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat, of course, is on back order, and we're here with episode 45 of the Pokemon Blue playthrough. In the last episode, it actually started off as one of our standard grinding montages for the time being. We actually focused on getting our Meowth and Mankey leveled up and evolved, as well as our Machop, and we have our Persian and Primeape, and we actually took on the Fighting Dojo in Saffron City using our newly evolved Fighting-type Pokemon in Primeape and Machoke. And after that, we actually did a trade with my friend Evan, trading Machoke for the nefarious Hitmonlee, Mr. McKick. Not a big fan of him for the fact that he one-shot my Jigglypuff way back in the day. But anyway, to fill out the Pokedex, we do have Mr. McKick on the team. We have the Hitmonlee data. In fact, I don't know if I actually read the Pokedex data for Hitmonlee. I'm pretty sure we checked it for Hitmonchan when we got Buffy from the Karate Gym leader. But let's check out Hitmonlee, the kicking Pokemon. When in a hurry, its legs lengthen progressively. It runs smoothly with extra long, loping strides. And you kick the face of a Jigglypuff. Anyway, let's get off of that right now. So our goal for right now, since we did get our Meowth and Mankey evolved, we're going to deposit them in the PC. Their training time has come to a close for Pokemon Blue. And we're still on box number 2. Okay, so Guar, we can put you away. We are going to also deposit Whiskers. And it's time for something that's been kind of building for a while, and we've been kind of stagnating on it a little bit. First of all, I am going to find another Pokemon. I don't know if this is the right box, and it is not. We're going to change the box. Change to box number 1. And we've had a Charmeleon on the team for quite some time, ever since we got Charmander from Blaine on Cinnabar Island. It is now time to focus on grinding up Blaze to get Charizard on the team. And in addition to that, it's time to get Kabuto evolving into Kabutops. So, these are the two Pokemon we're going to focus on. Back in the day, I actually did train Mr. McKick to level him up a little bit before trading back, because I didn't want to just trade Machoke and force an evolution and trade back immediately. So I told Evan, you can train up Machoke, well, Machamp after the trade. I'll train up Mr. McKick a little bit. Just to save time in this playthrough, though, I'm not going to focus too much on Mr. McKick. I might toss him in there to take some hits if I need something to get knocked out, because Mr. McKick is going to take some hits for us, and that's all we're going to focus on. But we are going to focus on getting Blaze and Kabuto leveled up, first and foremost, and getting their evolutionary stages on the go. So with that being said, it is time now to get this grinding montage underway. to the end of the grinding for these two Pokemon right now, and I've said before in the past, I'm really looking forward to finishing all these grinding sessions, mostly because, as weird as it sounds, I'm playing video games here, but it's really tiring because what you're seeing is some sped up footage, of course. I'm trying to get these episodes into half-hour episodes if possible, but it takes about 2.5 hours sometimes to record all this stuff before speeding it up. And it's been, usually what I try to do is try to record the 3 Pokemon Blue episodes for the week on the Sunday leading into the week. That way I have 3 half-hour episodes ready to roll, just gotta upload them and publish them whenever the day comes around. But these here, taking about 2.5 hours, close to 3 hours sometimes to record, and then edit afterwards, trying to speed up all the footage, it really takes a lot out of me, and I haven't been able to do it in sort of advance of the, uploads. And it's been, I have to record the day before to get this stuff done, and it's currently very late at night. I'm trying to get this recorded for Sunday, and it's Saturday evening as I record this, just to break the fourth wall a little bit for you there. All that being said, I'm looking forward to getting back to the regular, real-time, half-hour episodes of these playthroughs. And Slash was disabled. It's alright, we still have Scratch. Yes, Kabuto did learn Slash during the training session. And here we see level 40 for our little fossil Pokemon. Kabuto is now evolving, everybody. And we see the nice little shellfish Pokemon evolving into... Wait a minute. This looks familiar. We've seen this form before somewhere. That's right, this is the Kabutops fossil from back in Pewter City. But it is now live and on the team. Let's check out the Pokedex data for Kabutops way near the end down here. There we go. Kabutops, the shellfish Pokemon. Its sleek shape is perfect for swimming. It slashes prey with its claws and drains the body fluids. That sounds pretty vicious, and I think that sounds similar to Aerodactyl, sort of, going for the throat with the serrated fangs. But now that we have evolved Kabuto into Kabutops, we can switch him over into Blaze, and Blaze is pretty close to getting a level as well. What I want to do with the grinding montages from here on out, although we're pretty much done, so I should have tried to do this originally from the get-go, is get the Pokemon within a couple battles of level up and evolution. So that being the case, I do have Blaze almost ready to go. Probably 1 or 2 battles and we're going to get to see Blaze hit level 36 as he takes on this Grimer, and I don't think this one Grimer will do the trick for evolution and level up, but after this battle, certainly one more fight will do, and regardless of what we encounter, be it a Ponyta, a Vulpix, another Grimer, we haven't seen too many rare encounters, so... Again, not a rare encounter. I don't think you find any of the higher level Pokemon until you go into the basement, and down there you can find things like Muck or Weezing, or even Magmar as well. But I believe this Ponyta is going to get us the level up. And actually, Ponyta gives a lot of good experience in Pokemon Mansion here on Cinnabar Island. So if I don't get the level up from this, I'm going to be pretty surprised. But as we drop it, I'm pretty confident with a critical slash, we get the level up into level 36 for our Charmeleon. And the long-awaited evolution has arrived, everybody. Blaze is becoming his final form of Charizard. I was going to say Charmeleon, and I said Charizard really weird, but all that being said, Blaze has evolved into Charizard. It's been a long time coming. And in Pokemon Yellow, I'm pretty sure it learns Wing Attack as soon as it evolves into Charizard, but here in Pokemon Red or Blue, no such luck. Charizard, the Flame Pokemon. Spits fire that is hot enough to melt boulders. Then why does it have such a problem fighting Golem? Known to cause forest fires unintentionally. Well, at least it's an accident though, I mean, it's still bad. But now that we do have Kabutops and Blaze the Charizard, you're going to see we actually have Chirp on the team right now, just for flying purposes. And we're going to fly back towards, I'm going to go back to my home base area of Saffron City, because... although I didn't do any training for Mr. McKick in this playthrough, as I mentioned before, I did train him originally in my Pokemon Blue game. I'm going to heal up right now, and we're actually going to do our trade back of Mr. McKick for Machamp. Now, initially, back in the original game, I actually traded Mr. McKick for... no, I traded Buffy, the Hitmonchan, to Evan to get Machamp back, and later on I traded Mr. McKick in exchange for Buffy, so we had all of our original Pokemon back. But we're not going to do that this time around. We're actually just going to skip the whole Buffy section and trade Mr. McKick back for Machamp right now. And so we bid a fond farewell to Mr. McKick the Hitmonlee. Yes, you heard right. I said a fond farewell because as I went through training Mr. McKick back in the day, I realized he's actually a pretty powerful Pokemon. I couldn't hold it against him for what happened to my Jigglypuff. It was my own fault as the trainer for leaving my normal type in against a powerful fighting type like that, so I apologize to Mr. McKick for being rather mean to him over the time I was training him. But I did, like I said, develop a fondness for him. Or maybe not fondness, but less dislike. Let's go with that. So let's take a look at Machamp, who is now back in the collection. Attack stat of 86. Of course, he's still level 29. And defense is okay. Speed and special, let's not talk about that. He still has Karate Chop, Low Kick, and Leer. Let's check out the Pokedex data for our new Machamp Superpower Pokemon. Where are you? There you are. Machamp, the superpower Pokemon. Using its heavy muscles, it throws powerful punches that can send the victim clear over the horizon. Wow, that's some power right there. Now, what we're going to do is deposit some Pokemon into the PC. Let's see here. Bill's PC, we're going to deposit in box number 1. We will put Chirp back for now. Or, yeah, we're going to put Chirp away. He's not really part of the team for training at the moment. And we're going to switch over to box number 2 to put the other Pokemon away. Let's go ahead and deposit Blaze, who is now at level 36, our Charizard. In fact, I should have put Kabutops back in box 1, but it's okay. We'll put Kabutops in box 2 right now. And Machamp, we're going to box you away as well. So it just leaves Pikachu and Shelbert as we go to capture some new Pokemon. And I've got 2 Pokemon in mind I'm going to capture for the time being. They are... Actually, let's check the Pokedex to see where they're at. We're looking for one in particular. I'll see where the earliest I can catch them is. Doduo, so your area is going to be, if I can actually click the buttons, did I not hit, I hit quit, didn't I? Sometimes the cursor jumps a little bit extra than I was expecting to. Area, alright, so the closest we can catch Doduo is out on Cycling Road, it looks like. So let's go ahead and lead Pikachu so we can paralyze, he's actually in the lead already. Thanks Pikachu, you know what's going on. Let's head for Cycling Road. It's going to take a little bit of biking to get there. You know, I should have kept Chirp for now, just to maneuver around a little bit faster. But fortunately, I do know that after we capture a Doduo, the next Pokemon I'm going to capture is within this nearby area as well. So, I'm not going to waste too much time, fortunately. And kind of interestingly enough, as far as the speeding up grinding montage goes, the longer I spend talking to you guys, the faster my recording actually goes. Because this currently is not, of course, sped up. This is me talking real time, regular time. But we are here at Cycling Road. We're looking for a Doduo. Can we find it in the first encounter just to speed things along? Nope, that's going to be a Spearow, folks, obviously, so we're going to run from this. Don't need to knock you up for the quick experience, you know. You know, we actually could, but we are going to do, as much as I hate to say it, although you guys don't mind, another grinding montage before we take on the next actual gym. That's Eradicate. Level 25. We could get some experience off of you, but we don't really need to. But yeah, there is going to be a bit of a grinding montage. I have a team in mind for the Viridian Gym. I'm not going to say anything just yet, but you'll probably see as soon as the pre-gym grinding montage comes around. Can we find the Doduo, please, Eradicate? Out of the way. We're looking for the two-headed twin bird Pokemon. Alright, so that is third encounter. Fourth encounter is going to be... There's Doduo. That's the one we want. Alright, so we can't really... Could we weaken it with? No, we don't have like Quick Attack. We have Body Slam. We're just going to go for Thunder Wave. And at this point in every good Pokemon trainer's career, you got to stop and ask yourself, did I bring Pokeballs? Yes, I did. Alright. I can never really keep track of how many I have. So is it going to break out? Nope, we actually caught it on the first Pokeball. Very nice. New Pokedex data for this twin bird, Doduo, the twin bird Pokemon. A bird that makes up for its poor flying with its fast foot speed, leaves giant footprints. Now, interestingly enough, of course, I'm sure you're all aware, Doduo and its evolution can learn fly. Do you see any wings on this thing? I don't. Anyways, do I want to give a nickname to Doduo? Yes, I do. I am so creative when it comes to my nicknames. I mean, you will not believe it. It's Heads the Doduo, everybody. That's right. Let's check him out here. Of course, currently paralyzed. And level 28, attack is 59, speed is 49, or did I say 59? 56, speed is 49. Peck, Growl, and Fury Attack is going to be the moveset. But now that we have Heads on the team, let's head back. Head back, get it? I didn't even mean that. Alright, so we're going to head back towards Celadon City. And our next Pokemon we're going to capture, in fact, let's just go ahead and check the Pokedex just to spoil it for you all right now. Why do I keep hitting data? Vulpix area. Yes, okay, so actually we can catch it outside of Lavender Town, but we're here right now. We're going to go into Celadon and make the capture. Hopping on this bike once more. So, this is actually, once I capture this Pokemon, that's the last capture I'm going to make before going for Viridian Gym. Are you excited? I know I'm excited. Can't wait to move this story forward a little bit. But we're going to hop into the grass right here. We got to find ourselves a Vulpix. That's a Pidgey. Alright, so the reason I caught a Doduo and Vulpix back to back, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm sure you're well aware. We've seen my Ninetales in, I think it was just, yeah, this past week? No, not this past week. 2 weeks ago, I think we saw her in the rotation battles on the Omega Ruby. But I'm not going to spoil it just yet. We're going to wait until we actually find this Pokemon and capture it. We can actually use heads to weaken her too, once we find her. But every other Pokemon I have would be a little bit too powerful. In fact, would Doduo be a little too powerful as well? They've got a pretty good attack stat, as we just saw. But let's just see if we can actually go for a Pokeball after a Thunder Wave Paralysis first and foremost. You know what though? First we actually have to find the Pokemon in question. And I think I said this before as I was trying to capture a Clefairy maybe, or even it was when I was trying to capture Weedle. Part of the fun of playing a new generation of Pokemon is looking for that one rare encounter and you never know when you're going to find it. Like when I first caught Pikachu back in, what episode was that? I want to say close to episode 6 maybe? Couldn't have been that early. Anyway, when I finally found a Pikachu in the forest, it was a pretty big encounter. And right now we're currently waiting for an even more rare encounter in Vulpix. So I gotta think of something to talk about to fill up the time. I can talk about how my day went. I actually got a lot of stuff accomplished today. Never mind, I'm done telling my story. There's our Vulpix, everybody. Level 20. Yeah, heads could probably weaken this with a little peck attack. But let's not risk it. Let's go for a Thunder Wave first. Get this paralysis. And we're gonna try a Pokeball immediately. Right here, Pokeball 31. And breaks out immediately, so I think we are going to try to weaken it. Let's go for Doduo here. Of course, he is still paralyzed, but so is the Vulpix, so. Of course, it doesn't matter, they're going to outspeed with Quick Attack anyhow. And we're going to Peck. Or not. We're going to be fully paralyzed. Haha, you can't burn us. You know what, actually? I'm going to use a Paralyze Heal, because if it does get the burn on us, that'll be pretty beneficial, weakening our attack stat. We certainly don't want to do too much damage to this thing. So they do land the Quick Attack, you land the Peck Attack, restrain yourself, heads. Well, if that was critical, that would have been game over for the Vulpix. So, fortunately, it does survive. We toss that Pokeball out. We got 1, 2, and 3. Vulpix was caught. The final capture before we head into that gym, everybody. Pokedex data. Vulpix, the fox Pokemon. At the time of birth, it has just one tail, and that's interesting. Well, as it says here, the tail splits from its tip as it grows older. So it's not exactly a six-tailed fox from birth, and as weird as this sounds, when you hatch it from an egg, it's got 6 tails. I think Professor Oak programmed this Pokedex wrong. Want to give a nickname to Vulpix? Yes, I do. So we do have Heads the Doduo. Whoops. And we're going to go with the most creative name ever, if I can actually hit the buttons. We have Tails of the Ninetales. Yes, we got heads and tails, everybody. It's coin flip the game here in Pokemon Blue. Let's check her stats out. Level 20, and speed and special are pretty good right there. They're pretty much tied. Ember, Tail Whip, and Quick Attack. So, now that we have heads and tails, it is time for something kind of amazing. A little bit mind-blowing, if you can believe this. We're going to go ahead and might as well heal up since we're here. I am going to withdraw Chirp from the computer once more. So I probably should have just kept him on the team anyway. But we're going to fly back to an earlier area because we're going to start training some other Pokemon who have yet to be, or who remain yet to be trained. So, where is the best place to go, do you think? Because it's a couple of level 6 Pokemon that I'm going to start training up. So let's switch back to Box 1, grab Chirp. I think he's in Box 1. There he is, yep. So I think probably the best place we're going to go, we're going to head back to, let's say Pewter City. It's probably a good base of operations to start the next area. So, flying on back to Pewter City. I'm going to put Chirp back in the PC and withdraw the final 2 Pokemon that I'm going to be training before we go to Viridian Gym. Alright, once again we're back in the very first town where we got our first gym badge. This is all nostalgic right here. So Chirp, you're gonna rest away for now. And let's withdraw, I think, box 2. I much prefer later generations when the boxes are much easier to navigate. So we're gonna find ourselves level 6 Sprout the Bulbasaur and level 6 Sheldon the Squirtle. Why couldn't I think of Squirtle? Now, I didn't mention this when I got Sheldon, but initially when I was writing my Pokemon stories, it turned out that Sheldon the Squirtle actually is the genetic son of Shelbert the Squirtle that I currently have. And how that was explained, I never really did explain that. It must have, Shelbert had some offspring before he was captured by Professor Oak, but Sheldon is the actual biological son of Shelbert. To represent that in the current generation, when I was playing through Fire Red, I actually started a Leaf Green version, waited till I got a female Squirtle from Professor Oak, and bred Shelbert with that female Squirtle to breed Sheldon the Blastoise. Interestingly enough, Shelbert has the 0 IVs in defense, I believe it is. Sheldon has 0 IVs in special defense, so like father, like son, But anyways, let me just see what we're at for time here. So I'm just going to save the game for the time being, and I'm going to pop back in just to, if nothing else, say so long for the day, but I'll be right back. And so as we have the new team of recruits ready to train up, we have Hedge the Doduo, Tails the Vulpix, Sprout the Bulbasaur, and Sheldon the Squirtle. We're going to end off right now. Next episode is going to be featuring a grinding montage. I'm going to try to grind all the way through, try to get these Pokemon to their final evolutionary stages, and we're going to call it a wrap there. And then, next episode after that, we're going to take on Viridian Gym. So I want to say thank you for checking out today's episode of Pokemon Blue, and thank you everybody for sticking with me through all this grinding. It is coming to a close very soon, and I hope you're looking forward to the advancement of the story once and for all, getting closer to the end of Pokemon Blue as a whole. So once again, thank you for checking out today's episode, and I will catch you next time.